Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to do window tinting on a Volkswagen Passat. This one in particular is the 2015 model year, which is a little bit different than the other model years, being that the door panels are just made a little bit differently, but I'll show you how to take those off. This customer wants 5% all the way around, including the side windows and the back window. As you can see, we can see right through the car, so we're going to go ahead and fix that. So first you're going to want a couple things. First is a trim removal toolkit. You're going to want an assortment of picks, preferably 90 degree if you have it. You're going to want a power drill or a socket connected to a T27 Torx bit. Next, you're going to want a power drill or a ratchet connected to a T27 Torx bit. And last, you're just going to need a 10mm wrench. Now that we have our tools, we can go ahead and start removing the door panels. On this door panel, you're going to see that we have this little piece right here for the door handle. You're going to take your 90-degree pick and take that off. Once you've removed it with your 90-degree pick and set it off to the side, you're going to see one T27 Torx bit in there. Once you've removed that Torx bit, try to keep it organized so you don't lose it. And then you're going to see two tucked in 10mm sliding pieces right here and right here. You're going to want to take your 10mm wrench and rotate it until the ears are facing straight up and down. Just like that, that one's facing straight up and down. And now so is that one. After you've done all that, you're going to want to go ahead and take your hands or your pry tools and gently lift up on the bottom, starting here, press out, and go around the bottom and remove the door panel. Once you pop off all the clips, you're going to want to go ahead and lift up on the door panel, and that will expose the gasket. Use your trim removal tool, I personally use this one, to remove the gasket out of place and set it on top of the car. Once you have done that, go ahead and repeat the process with all the other doors. When you reach the back side, you're going to realize that everything else is the same except for the bottom of the door panel doesn't have those small pins. You're going to actually want to pop out this light, and then I'll show you what to do. Once you have that door panel off, go ahead and remove the gasket just like you would with the other ones. Alright, once you have the rest of the door panels off, go ahead and we can start cleaning the windows. Alright, for this step, you're going to want a spray bottle, preferably, or a sprayer, filled with a little bit of baby shampoo for your slip solution, with most of it being water. But just go ahead, squirt a little bit of this in there, and then fill the rest up with water. That's going to be your slip solution. You're going to want a razor blade scraper, a handheld squeegee, and a really thin tri-edge. You're going to want one of these scrub pads, but for the back glass, you can use one of these. Go ahead and spray the window down. You're going to want to go ahead and scrub that all in. Use your scraper to thoroughly scrape this window. It'll get rid of any contaminants that you can't really see. You're going to also use your scraper to remove any stickers like this one. Get rid of all the glue. Spray it again. Now go ahead and use your squeegee and squeegee it all down. Go ahead and roll down the window a little bit and repeat for the top half. Spray it. Scrub it. Go ahead and squeegee it down. Now go ahead and repeat that with all the other windows. All right, now that we have the windows thoroughly cleaned, we can move on to the actual tinting process. Go ahead and head over to your tint plotter and laptop and peel board, but if you don't have all of these things, then you can actually buy pre-cut tint online that makes things a lot easier for you. Otherwise, you can go ahead and try to hand cut it, but even I'm not very good at that. All I have to do is punch the design in the computer, and the plotter does the work for me. After you have your templates cut out from your plotter, or you just have them pre-cut, this is just for kind of if you have a plotter, but I like to go ahead and trace out the edge about an inch away from the actual cut. It's hard to see it on screen, but there's the actual cut right there, and I traced along just about an inch away, half an inch away from it about. Go ahead and spray them down, then squeegee them down so they lay flat on the peel board. After you have them squeegeed flat on the peel board, you're gonna wanna pull them off of their aligner, choose which window you're doing, which I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the right passenger window. Spray that one down real quick, and then just steadily place it on and let it go onto the window as naturally and perfectly into the gaskets as you can fit it. Here I have it pretty much tucked into place. I just sprayed it again, and now we're gonna squeegee it out. And you're gonna wanna squeegee it out and spray it at least 3 times. And I'll show you what that looks like. So here's before and after. Now the trick to getting a good tint job the first time is constantly be cleaning and squeegeeing. Basically just keep saying in your head, spray, squeegee, spray. Just keep repeating it over and over again. And then your windows are gonna turn out something like this. So as you can see, that window looks a lot different from the rest of them. We're gonna go ahead and do that with all the rest of them. All right, and just like that, we have the front 2 windows tinted. Now you can already see a huge difference that this makes, obviously being 5% tint compared to the back windows. Again, just keep replaying in your head, spray, squeegee, spray, and it'll turn out just like this. All right, let's go ahead and repeat the process with the rear 2 windows. We're gonna have the plotter go ahead and cut the tint out for us. All right, we have the cutouts traced out, and now we'll have them all in the car. 3, 2, and there it is. We just got tinting all of the side windows. Let me show you. Now that we have all the side windows done, we can go ahead and start putting the doors back together. Now, as you probably already guessed it, it's literally just the reverse way of how we took them off. So let me do that real quick. All right, now she's all put together, and here are the side windows. As you can see, that's a huge difference from what it was before. Look at that. That itself made a huge difference to this Volkswagen. And the nice thing is that with carbon technology from the inside, you can still see out very well and clear. All right, so we've come to the real challenge, the rear windshield. This is really difficult because rear windshields, especially in sedans and coupes, are super slanted, which means it's really hard to get your squeegee back there and get them down. So I'll show you the best way, at least in my opinion, the easiest way to go ahead and get tint on a rear windshield. Now this may seem silly, but you're gonna wanna grab some of these snuggles. You can't grab Bounce. It's specifically, you gotta grab this brand. And it's odd, but for whatever reason, these dryer sheets make it so that the rear windshield, when you wet these and then wipe them on there, it will not let the tint stick to the window. So I'll show you what we'll do. After spraying down your dryer sheet, you're gonna wanna go ahead and wipe it on the entire rear windshield. All right, after you got her all wiped down, you just need to let it dry. After she's dry, go ahead and wet down a microfiber cloth and draw an H pattern on the windshield like this. All right, after you take the tint from the plotter, you're gonna wanna lay it down here and trace it on the windshield. After you trace it about ½ inch to an inch away from the actual cut, like I have here, lay it down, grab your heat gun and a felt card, And you're gonna want to lay down the middle and the sides on top of that wet H that we drew. Now you're gonna take your heat gun. You see all these fingers? You're gonna take your heat gun and you're gonna slowly work from corner to corner to corner to corner. So we're gonna start in this quadrant here, and it looks like we have 1, 2 fingers to get rid of. So we're gonna slowly incorporate heat going from top to bottom, trying to work these fingers out. Now I'm not really good at this, so I'm gonna do this off camera, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you hopefully what it should look like. So after you have the back glass all shrunk, it should look something like this. And I know I didn't really show me actually shrinking the window. It's really hard to film me shrinking it while I don't have a tripod anywhere, and I'm not just gonna use a shovel or something like that. So hopefully I can invest in a tripod here soon, but for now, this is kind of what it should look like after you get done shrinking. But there's so many videos on YouTube you can find, but that's what it should look like. We're gonna peel it off the liner and then move on to the inside. All we gotta do is move on to the inside, spray the entire back glass with our slip solution, and then the golden rule is if it lays flat on the outside, it'll lay flat on the inside. So hopefully that's the case with today. And there we have it. I got a few more squeegee passes to do because we still have one little guy right there and then a couple right there. But otherwise, this car is looking really good. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I had a lot of fun making it. I have a lot of fun doing this kind of stuff for YouTube. So if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. And I'll be sure to keep posting more content like this where I can showcase more tint jobs, detail jobs, and working on cars, because this is what I like to do. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.